Hello, so I have been having a look at some just old random YouTube videos and I came across one called The Harry Potter Survey of Doom, and I quite liked it, so I'm going to make a response, a very late video response to this survey. Here we go. Okay, when and why did I start reading Harry Potter? I had a book voucher when I was 11, that was 11 years ago. I walked into a bookshop, which was either 1997, possibly just 1998. Picked up Harry Potter, thought it sounded interesting, bought it, read it, fell in love with it, rest is history. On a Quidditch team, I would play Seeker. I think there's a part of me that would want to be a beater, but I don't think I'd be very good at it, so I'll stick with Seeker. First Harry Potter crush was Lupin. I feel like if Lupin was my teacher, I would have had one of those teacher crushes. Because he was just so lovely. Love Lupin. What is my number? This is how many times I've read Harry Potter. I don't know. I've been reading them for 11 years. I didn't keep count. I didn't think I'd one day be tested on it. Over 100. My most memorable fan moment. I don't know, finishing the last book, or sending my letter to J.K. Rowling. Probably receiving the last book. So that was a great feeling when I got that book. Would I rather have a lifetime supply of chocolate frogs or fizzing whizzies? Well, I'm a chocoholic, so chocolate frogs. Would I rather have an invisibility cloak or the ability to apparate and disapparate? I think I would go with apparating. Would I rather endure the Cruciatus Curse for 10 minutes or the Imperius Curse for a day? This is really hard. Obviously, Cruciatus Curse is intense pain, which obviously no one wants to do, but I think I'd rather that than have someone violate my mind and make me do things. You know, they could make me murder someone. I think it would just haunt you forever, so I'd go with pain. Would I rather meet J.K. Rowling or the entire cast of the films? J.K. Rowling. Every time it would be J.K. Rowling. I would love to meet the cast of the films. I really would. J.K. Rowling though. Okay, the movies. My favourite was Order of the Phoenix. I think it kind of captured the feeling of Harry Potter. The first film was pretty embarrassing. The second film was a bit better. Third film I thought was really good and started to get into it. But why didn't they explain the Marauders map? I have a big problem with that. It would have only taken a few minutes to explain who made the Marauders map. It's important to me because I think it's important to the character of James Potter, and James Potter's like the way that Harry discovers about his dad, and that he wasn't such the hero that he thought he was, or definitely not while he was at school. I think that's very important to Harry's character progression and his motives and feelings, and it makes things a lot more difficult for Harry. But then, wow, that was so geeky. Our hopes and fears for the next films. I'm really looking forward to the flashbacks in Half-Blood Prince, but I am a bit worried about them. I really hope they do them well, because for me they're so integral. They make Voldemort, Tom Riddle, more than just the bad guy. They really explain his character, and the important message is it's about choices, and you can choose the right path or the wrong path. And a lot of people have said Voldemort was born evil. He wasn't born out of love, but I don't think he was born evil. I think he was born into a bad family, raised in an orphanage, like Harry was raised by the Dursleys, but Harry embraced love and Voldemort didn't. He chose a different path, and he made that choice, and he stuck with that choice, and he rejected love, and that was his downfall in the end. The flashbacks are really important to me in understanding more about Voldemort's character, and his choices and his decisions in his life, and how they impact on Deathly Hallows. Yeah. But the films are never going to be as good as the books, so I kind of detach myself, or try to. Which actor best represents a character? I thought Imelda Staunton as Umbridge was absolutely spot on, and the music as well was really, really good. Hagrid is probably the person who's most spot on. I think J.K. Rowling had Robbie Coltrane in mind while she was writing Hagrid, so that's perfect casting. I'm very excited about Jim Broadbent playing Slughorn. Really, really excited about that. That should be really cool. Can I name all 10 Dragon Breeds, or how many Salves there are in Quidditch? There are 700,000 Quidditch, and they were all committed during a match in some year, something like 1463. That is probably the total wrong year. Okay. Norwegian Ridgeback, Chinese short snout, Hebridean Black, the Common Welsh, the Viper Tooth. There's one from Ukraine, there's one from Romania. Hungarian Horntail, that's the one I'm forgetting. Okay, which Death Eater do I hate the most? It has to be Bellatrix Lestrange. Her motives are purely malicious and evil. Which book is best? I don't really have a favourite, but I think Half-Blood Prince I probably enjoyed the most, and it's probably the most important book to me, especially in terms of understanding the ending of Deathly Hallows, for me, in my interpretation. If I could steal a fork from anywhere in the Wizarding world, I would go into the Hogwarts kitchens and ask the nice house elves to give me one, and they would be very happy to oblige. Which characters are the 5 awesome girls and 5 awesome guys? I'm going to give one. Leanne reminds me a bit of Ginny, because Ginny becomes so cool. Yeah, Leanne just seems effortlessly cool, so. If I could join the Wizarding world, but I couldn't have anything to do with the Muggle world, which would I choose? I would have to stay with the life I have. To have something taken away from you, I think that's worse, because I can still have the Wizarding world in my imagination. That's so cheesy! If Al say hoot, what does Kaylee say? I'm going to say Kaylee says squee. What is the nerdiest thing I own? Well, this isn't Harry Potter related, but I did decide the other day that my limited edition Star Trek Monopoly set is probably the nerdiest thing I own. Harry Potter related. Oh, I do have a science book which explains how the stuff in Harry Potter could happen IRL. So that's pretty nerdy. Finally. Okay, how insane are the pictures of the kids from the first film? They're so tiny. In fact, for a long time we had a picture on our fridge of them in the first year and them in the third year, when they looked so much more grown up, and we had 2 years later, yeah, right, written. Should you read Twilight? Well, this was made in February, so there is a great chance that you have already read Twilight. But I am going to say, if you are feeling like you kind of want to read it, then read it. Don't read it just because everyone else is doing it. I read Twilight because I had heard a lot about it, but it actually sounded interesting. So you seem to think like you want to read it, so yeah, read it if you're interested in it, if you want to know what it's about. You don't have to like it, but yeah, bye!